All right, so we are here and we are finally doing it, you guys. This is finally, if we did it right, Tuesday. Our first YouTube video is up. And as you can tell from the title, it is one of a little bit of a tragedy. Basically, the backstory on how Click Clack Nails fell apart. Yes. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter under Island Gyalll, and also follow me on Instagram and Twitter under Click Clack Nails, which if you guys hear any noise or anything like that, don't mind it. That's just the house. The house is alive, as always, which is a big part too of why things have changed. I had to take a break, you guys. I was doing so well and I was on a tear, and then reality struck. Having a business, it struck. It really wasn't all that I thought it would be. I did one of my first videos is to explain a little bit about what happened with Click Clack Nails, what's going to happen with Click Clack Nails, and just try to keep it clear and transparent on how this is really going, running a business, because it is not as cute as IG or YouTube makes it seem. So hopefully you will like and subscribe and love to follow along with this brown skin beauty as we really crack the code on how to get things popping and what really goes on behind the scenes on everything that everyone's trying to make happen in real life, on fake life, on IG. I started doing nails probably back in 2014 when I lived in New York. Currently live like in Harlem, in the Bronx. There's like all these little shops that you can go to and get your nails done real quick for like $15 or whatever. But you know the quality is not gonna be all that, you know what I mean? So honestly, I started messing around with acrylics and doing my nails on my own. And back then I used to be a dancer, so you had to keep, you know, everything looking good all the time. So I would honestly, when I couldn't get my nails done or I didn't have the time to get my nails done, I would do press, hang out downtown at the Ritz, and I had my nails done at that time, and one of the drag queens pointed to was like, oh, your nails are so cute, da-da-da. And in New York, people do not give out their business. Like, okay, you like it, you clocked it, whatever, I'm not gonna let you know where I get them done. But I was like, I did them myself. So I ended up, long story short, I ended up making a couple of sets like that. So I decided before the pandemic even hit, I was like, oh, I'm gonna open my business. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be awesome. But the year before I started, you know, promoting Click Clack Nails on Facebook and on Instagram and everything like that. So once the pandemic hit, I was like, you know, I'm stuck at home, and everyone else started doing press-on nails. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna be beaten to the punch. I opened my Shopify. I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah, like 5 points and maybe a couple of bonus points on my personal tips of what you will do wrong and what you should be aware of when you start your business. All right, so the first thing that I honestly did wrong was I had no business plan. I really had no plan whatsoever. Business-wise, financial, or marketing. I had no marketing. I didn't know if I was going to use Instagram or Twitter or even Snapchat. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I didn't know, you know, the difference between Shopify or GoDaddy, which ones were better. I just ran into everything straight on. I suggest you don't definitely have a plan. You can look up a business plan on Google. You can look up a business plan on YouTube. You're gonna lay a game plan of you kind of figuring out financially what you would need to run your business, okay? So that's number one. It seems so clear and concise, but people get really excited about starting a business and think it's really easy, so they think they'll figure out all that stuff later, and you definitely shouldn't do that. The second thing that I did was I scaled too fast. I had great responses within my first couple of months. I had a lot of traffic coming to my site, and it wasn't until I did my first pop-up shop in New York, and then I went out to California and I did a little bit of marketing, you know, I wore my nails, I went to certain places, that I got a lot of response. And what I started doing was scaling too fast. Reaching out to just was not ready. I'm only one person. I didn't have the skills to do certain things that I said that I was gonna do, and I didn't know financially the projections of how hard it was going to be to do some of the collaborations that I was suggesting with people who were on a bigger scale. I'm talking like 10K followers. That's why you need your business plan, and that's why you need your financial plan set up, at least to have a little bit of gray area or a little bit of understanding of what you'll be able to do and what you won't be able to. Sorry if I'm cheating. I'm looking down. I'm not a perfect YouTuber. So I definitely scaled too fast. I had my own pace going, and I got really excited by some of those collaborations that were coming and some of the people that were reaching out to me, and I definitely got off of track, off of my pace and running my race. Always run your own race. Click Clack Nails is kind of branched off my own style of nails. Honestly, it's what I like. You know, I'm very much inspired by like the avant-garde nail, the weird shapes and stuff like that. Just weird patterns. That's my style, and the Click Gang rocks with that style. You understand? So that's how you find your tribe. And with collaborating with other people, I started to kind of change my brand and change the type of nails that I made and what I really wanted to make, because I wanted to catch up with everyone else that I saw, what everyone else was doing. So that's probably going to be my number 3 thing, is just not staying focused and not running your own race. It hinders your creativity. You're not gonna make the nails that you want to. You're trying to throw somebody else's flair into it because they got a bunch of likes. That was my experience. I went into a panic. I went into a frenzy because it's like, oh, but are my nails gonna hit like that? Or, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. Hold on, I gotta push it down. 4th thing is know your target audience. Like I said, that goes back to number 1 with having a plan. If you don't know your audience, you're gonna try to include everyone. This hair is literally driving me crazy. I don't know what's happening there, but okay. So anyway, know your audience. If you don't know your audience, you're gonna try to design everything for everybody, and it's just not gonna happen. Me personally, I make short sets on request, and I make them honestly just to be creative every once in a while. It's nice for me to have a set of short set, right? It's nice for me to have a set of short nails. It's nice for me to have a set of short nails on deck, but this is my length I like. And the funny thing is, when I was catering to the shorter nailed people, they were people around me, like friends or family, but they weren't people who were actually gonna buy. You're trying to just do whatever to get the attention on you so that you'll get customers. And if you're doing everything right, I promise you, your clientele will come to you. 5, my ring just flew off. Number 5, watching other profiles. And the reason why I say this is, when you have a business, you gotta use Instagram like the news, or you gotta use it like for your analytics, which those will be reported to you, basically what posts do, whatever. Taking in too much of like so many different types of information, that's overwhelming to me, that the reason why I came, which was just to get the highlights and make sure the world was still turning, gets overshadowed. I would hit IG, or I would hit Facebook, or I would hit the nail idea room. I would start getting overwhelmed because like, oh, but they did this and they packaged their nails like that, but if they did that and they had that, don't do that at all. Basically 6, but I did have a bonus. So number 7's bonus of why not understanding what it means to run your freaking business. Okay, yeah, there's not enough people being genuine. Like, I'd love to pull the camera away right now and me being in some loft with a camera crew, and maybe one day I'll get there. But right now I have this tree which I pilfered from downstairs, which is really my sister-in-law's, this sheet behind me, and my lamp hanging awkwardly behind my phone. That's the reality of things. Like, you're gonna work harder than any job you ever had. Like, it doesn't matter. Thinking that is some Instagram cakewalk, I promise you, you will come back to this video in 6 months and be like, damn, she was right. Because I did the same thing. I watched videos, I was like, I'm not gonna rebrand. What are they talking about rebrand? Did she open it again? Nah, she didn't do it right the first time. I'm dead ass, and I'm being so transparent. That was me. And it's not all it's cracked up to be. Then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Be prepared for those crazy hours. Be prepared to lose a lot of people because nobody sees your vision. Be prepared to lose a lot of people because people just do not rock with your vision and don't want your vision to come true. They'll do their damnedest to do the dumbest shit to try to throw you off kilter. You know what I mean? People be haters. It literally is a whole lifestyle. Hard to be transparent like this. You might talk shit, oh, her face is shiny, her weave is not laid, this, that, or third. But there are people out there that are not starting a business. They're too busy trying to make everything perfect, and it's not going to be perfect. And to stay pumping yourself up when there's nothing else around you doing that, that's really all you need. So all this other stuff I was putting on this list, that's what you don't need to do, okay? Becoming a business owner is, you really have to change up your mindset. And I'm in the process of doing that. And you have to be willing to grow. You don't know everything. So if you stay with that mentality, you're not going to win. I know everyone's probably heard of Think and Grow Rich, and all these books, I'll put them down in the description box and a link to the Audible or Amazon where you can purchase them. Okay. So I have Think and Grow Rich, which I am currently reading that one right now. That was recommended to me by my sister. I have The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I want to read that one next after I finish these two. I have Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I know everyone's heard of that one, but I actually haven't read it. I'm embarrassed to say. I lied like once and I told someone that I read it and I didn't read it. So like, I'm just being honest with you, because don't act like you told people you didn't read it. Yeah. Then I have Years of Yes. That's by Shonda Rhimes. That was recommended to me, but that was one that kind of stood out to me and I really would like to read. And then the 5th one is kind of like a throw-in. I'm learning how to day trade. So one of the books that is extremely helpful, and I'm in the middle of reading it, I have like another hour left because I'm listening to it on Audible, is Trading in the Zone. Okay, being a trader is not an entrepreneurial task because it's not a conventional job at all. It takes a lot of mental control. It takes a lot of discipline. And I find that the same disciplines in trading run through being an entrepreneur. I really think that's a great book to listen to if you are interested in trading. So right now I'm reading Think and Grow Rich and I'm reading Trading in the Zone. Those are the two that I'm into right now. And then I have 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I have Years of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. These are the things that I would suggest, and these are the things that honestly I messed up on horribly, and I would like to see you guys steer clear of. So thanks guys for stopping in. I really hope that you like this YouTube. If you have any criticisms, like, let me know. As much perfection as we're seeing online, I know there's a lot of normalcy. I won't say imperfection because you're not imperfect. You're normal. So with that being said, if you want to be normal and weird and awkward like me, then like, comment, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, and I'll see you next time.